Hello YouTube, we're on the Real Programming channel. I'm its host, my name is Andrei, I greet you, welcome. This is our 48th lesson, we're talking about HTML in the JavaScript. And topic we will talking about goodbye XML meet JSON JavaScript. And for a start, let's begin with XMLHttpRequest exposed. Joke. This week's interview confessions of an HTTP request object. At first, welcome XMLHttpRequest. We're glad you could fit us into your busy schedule. Tell us about how you fit into building web apps. XMLHttpRequest. I started this whole trend for bringing inside data into your web page. Heard of Google Maps, Gmail? That was all me. In fact, it would have been possible without me. At first, how so? XMLHttpRequest. Until I arrived, people were building a web page on the server side and backing everything into the page as they created it. I allow you to go out and get data after the page is built. Think about Google Maps, it updates what's on the page every time you adjust your location on the map without having to reload the whole page. And so, you've been a successful guy. What's your secret? I'm humble and simple. Give me a URL and I'll go get that data for you. Not much more to me than that. That's all there is to it. Well, you do have to tell me what to do with the data after I've retrieved it. You can just give me a handler function, a callback of shorts, and when I get the data, I'll tell it at your handler to do whatever it wants with the data. What kind of data are we talking about here? The web is full of data these days, whether maps, social data about people and friends, geolocation data about what's nearby, really just about any data set you can think of is making its way onto the web in the form that works with me. And this is all XML data, right? I mean, your first name is XML, really? You're a professional and that's where you wanna take this interview. You did your homework and all you can say is you're all about XML, right? Let me set you straight. Sure, there was time most retrieved XML, but the world is moving on nowadays. I retrieve all kind of data, sure, some XML, but more and more, and I am getting requests for JSON. Really? What's JSON and why it's getting so popular? JSON is JavaScript object notation and it has a number of advantages: size, readability, the fact that it is native to the most popular programming language on the web, my friend, JavaScript of course, but isn't in the case or that the format really should it matter to you? Users should be able to request XML or JSON or teletype for all your care, no? Silence. Well, it seems I've hit on a sore spot. That's okay, we've got to go to break, so XMLHttpRequest, I think we've got more time with you later in this chapter. Yes, unfortunately, I see that in my schedule. Moreover, XML meet JSON. So, you might introduce in JSON, you might or might not remember that XML was going to save us all a data format that was a human readable and machine parseable. A data format that was going to support all the data needs of the world. And when XMLHttpRequest was first developed, XML was indeed the way we all exchange data, thus the name XMLHttpRequest. Well, along the way, XML apparently slipped on a banana peel towed by JSON. Who is JSON? Just the latest and greatest data format born out of JavaScript and being adopted across the web on the browser and on the server side. and might be added as a quick become the format of choice for HTML5 apps. So, what's so great about JSON? Well, it's pretty darn human readable, and it can be parsed quickly and easily straight into JavaScript values and object. Unlike XML, it's so cute and cuddly. Anyway, can you tell we like it just a little? You'll be seeing a lot of JSON in this book. We're going to use it as an exchange JavaScript data over the network to store data in the local store with the web storage API and as part of another way to access web data. More on that shortly. But wait a sec, network data exchange format. Storage formats, that complex stuff, right? No worries, or not over the next 10 pages we're going to make you expect. You already know particularly everything about JSON you need to. To use JSON, you just need to understand JavaScript objects, which you do big time, and two simple methods calls. Here's how it all works. 1. We have a JavaScript object we want to exchange or store, so we call the JSON stringify method, passing the object as the argument. The result is a string that represents the object. We can store this string, pass to a function, send it over the network, etc. 3. When we are ready to turn the string back into an object, we pass it to the JSON parsed method. The result is a copy of your original object. A quick example using JSON. First, let's run through the quick example that converts an object into its JSON string format. We'll start with an object you already understand, the movie object from chapter 4. Not everything can be inverted into JSON string. For instance, methods, but all the basic types like numbers, strings, and arrays are supported. Let's create an object and then stringify it. There is actually a few other restrictions, but we won't worry about those now. Here is a nice movie object complete with strings, number, and an array. Let's look on Sublime Text. This is our code. And exactly, don't forget you will find all the code materials of this lesson under this video in description links. Please check it. Second, once you got an object, you can convert it into the JSON string format with the JSON stringify method. Let's see how this works. Feel free to try this by opening your chapter 4 movie code backup and adding the following code to the bottom of your script. So, this is our code, and here is the result, the string version of the object displayed in the alert. And 3. Now we've got a JSON string that represents our movie object. At this point we could take this string and do any numbers of things with it, like send it over HTTP to a server. We can also receive a JSON string from another server. Let's say a server gave us this string. How would we turn it back into an object? We can do something with just use JSON stringify sister method, JSON parse, like this. And we use this as a real object accessing its properties. And this is our code. No, this. And here is the brain power. Try this URL. What do you see? Note: Firefox will ask you to open or save or a file you can open with TextEdit, Notepad, or any basic text editor like Sublime Text. So, let's get to work writing on unload handler function and displaying the jumble cells data, how to test locally, and so on. We will be talking about this in the next lesson with the applications. Okay, and here is our 38th lesson about HTML and JavaScript is over. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, please put likes, share with friends and comment. Eat bananas, chocolate and nuts, drink more water for the brain, meditate, do exercise, and so on. Thank you. Bye.